How's that? Can you see me? Let me see. Alright, this is not the optimal viewing pleasure for this tank, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Sometimes you just gotta have a brine shrimp tank on the floor because you set one up out of impulse. Okay, hold on, let me get situated. Oh, hey guys, it's me, Lemuel from ADHD Aquatics. I'm here today with the brine shrimp culture tank. I think I set the camera up in a way that you can see the top of the water here, where my light bulb is. You can maybe see them wiggling all around like this, little babies. I turned the air off while I was watching Alexander J. Williamson's Secret History Living in Your Aquarium live stream, because who said it? Crown Tail Half Moon says update on BBS update, which I'm guessing baby brine shrimp update. I don't know any other BBS. So to celebrate 200 subscribers, I will kick out this video tonight as a special update for her and anyone else that wants to see it, and to say thank you. I think I was at 198 was the last time I looked at it, and then I guess it said 199 because then Richard Mick something, I forget the last two words. Richard was like, "Hey, ADHD, you're only one away from being 200 subscribers," and he said that on live on Secret History Living in Your Aquarium's live video, and I was like, dang, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but that's really nice of him to say that on live like that. Very supportive. I kind of don't want to do like a lot of advertising for my channel, kind of just like be myself and like hang out in the live streams and talk with people, and then if they seem like genuinely interested, just be like, oh hey, like you would actually like my channel, you should be my fishy friend. So, but that was really cool, and obviously people aren't going to subscribe unless they're interested and they see me in there, so it's not like they don't know who I am. Okay, so back to brine shrimps. Sorry, got distracted. So Father Fish said, your culture's dying because you don't have any air in there, you need to turn it up. And we were on live, and I was like, are you sure? I was like, oh my goodness, I'm turning it up this much? He was like, yeah, more. I was like, okay. And so I've been having this on full blast, and so, hold on, something crunchy on my elbow hurting me. So, like, I'm watching him, he said, you have 1 million or something. He was like, you have a couple thousand, that's a lot. He was like, that's a lot in there to be having like that. You're gonna be having crash in them and stuff. You need to be feeding more. So he said, siphon up the ones from the bottom and feed that to your fish. I said, what? So that's what I'm doing here with my hoses, right? And because I read somewhere, it was like some brine shrimp PDF file article science thing I read online. They said don't put your air bubbles on too much because they'll use too much energy flapping around and fighting the current, that they will become less nutritionally valuable. They will have less nutritional value for your fish as feeders because they're using all their energy or something. And that if you leave the light on 24/7 to make algae for them to eat, that since they're phototaxic, which means they like the light, which means they go to the light, which means they're constantly swimming to the light, will also use their energy, and that makes them less valuable nutritionally as feeders for your fish. So I was like, okay, so we'll put low flow and we'll do a regular light cycle. But Father Fish was like, no, they are not swimming. They're kind of just flapping around. It doesn't matter what you do to them. You can flap them all around. I got some sort of worm in here though. I think it's a brine fly. I don't know if I'll suck it out and feed it. They're like living in the sponge filter. But anyway, so I'm going to siphon this I don't know how much this little container holds, a couple liters, I guess. And then I guess I'll pour back in some distilled water. I'd have to go grab a jug from upstairs. But anyway, so you guys can watch me siphon this. I just wanted to give like a little introduction and tell you like what's going on. And there's some babies here underneath both lights. I see them squiggling all around. And after I get done siphoning, I'll take the camera and put it up close so you can see. And then also, I think since this is not going to be a very long video, I'm just going to tack on a video at the end of this one. I went dumpster diving, so it's pretty funny. I got to figure out how to speed up the bit in the middle where like I was just recording but I wasn't in the car. You can skip past it a little bit to where I get back into the car, I guess. But if you want to see like some bonus footage of me doing crimes, you could do that. So the trick with this is to be careful not to stir it all up. Right. Don't get the macroalgae. It's like I want to be quick because I don't want to fill up my thing so fast. But if I go quick, I'll suck up too much. And I don't want to get the macroalgae. Oh heck, I got a piece anyway. I think I want to get these worms out of the sponge filter. Once I put them into the fresh water, they'll die anyway, but I'm just going to feed it to my tank upstairs. There's a hole in this box. I'm gonna have to stop. Okay, very good. What? Okay. Let me just alley-oop. Alright, there's still more. Hold up. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab a gallon. Try and pause it. Hold up. Okay, got my gallons. Whoops. Almost fell over. So you can look in the description. Oops. In the description I'll put what day this is on brine shrimp culture. Because okay, so this is what happened. I bought the brine shrimps, or no, I collected them. You can see a video of what I've done. Look, I stirred them all up. They're all crazy now. So I collected them, right? And after 13 days I thought they died or something, but there were still babies, and then a couple days after that they actually did die. But then I put some San Francisco Bay eggs in and hatched them. And I know I took some salt water out and I'm putting in fresh water, but brine shrimp can live in actually very low salinity, I was reading. But I am going to test it, and if it's a little off, I'll add some salt. They're not gonna, I don't think that they're that sensitive to where if I'm making a minor adjustment to the salinity during a water change that they're gonna absolutely crash and die. Because the Great Salt Lake fluctuates in salinity so much. I don't understand like the salt and stuff, but I remember reading it was like between 70 and like 250. And I don't know what that means. Parts per trillion, parts per million, parts per whatever the standard measurement is for that stuff. Okay. That says 1.023. And I don't know what that means, but I know that it was off the charts when I first measured it, when I got it out of the Great Salt Lake, and off the charts for this thing is 1.032. So maybe I'll add a little bit of salt, because last time I siphoned some stuff off the bottom, I did not add more salt back in. So maybe I'll just add a little bit. I don't know if I have my scooper in here. Oh, I do. My special salt scoopy. If you're like a saltwater nerd, you're probably watching me like, oh my god, there's no way. Like, she's just adding it right to the tank. Oh my god. She's gonna destroy it. And if you're a freshwater person, you're probably thinking like, oh my god, that's so much salt. But like secretly, that's really not a lot of salt, I learned. Because when I was learning this, like literally on the go or on the fly, like the first time I set this up, I need to suck more of this water out because I blew it. I just put too much. All right, ready? Come on, come on, come on. No, don't do this to me. Come on, put some. Yeah. Salty. When I was learning this, it was like, put 1 cup of this salt stuff per gallon. I was like, no way, dude. I was like, no way. No absolute way. But it's true. Like, at first it like doesn't dissolve. And you're like, okay, that's it. It's salt water now. There's enough. But really, it's not, because it more and more just keeps dissolving into it and just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop. And you're like, when is it gonna stop? When is it salt water? And like, you know, one thing I gotta put in here, it's still out in my husband's truck, is the bucket of sand we collected from the Great Salt Lake. Not in the water. It was like this white, soft, fluffy, really fine sand.
Really fine.
Holy shit, you scared me, Zach. Why? You know I have anxiety.
I said babe.
I didn't hear you. Nobody heard you saying that. That salt is still out in your truck. I gotta get it.
Not enough in the tank?
No, I mean sand.
Oh.
Now it's saying 1.020. How did we go down in salt? I don't remember what I said before. I just took out some water and I was gonna get you to help me pour this into the brine shrimp sieve so that we could feed it to the people. Or what are they? The fish in the 75. It's the stuff I scooped off the bottom. But I was telling the fish tubers that it's really not a lot of salt, even though secretly it looks like a lot of salt, and that it just keeps going and going.
What was the percent? 1 point something percent?
I don't know how it works. Specific gravity is the number I'm reading, and I don't remember. I think it said 1.023 a second ago.
Huh.
And look, I just put 1 full cup in. And now what is that? Now it's saying all the way.
So
maybe it's not dissolved yet?
yeah, that's maybe.
Okay.
It takes some time.
Okay. If any salt water.
Because there's no way 1 scoop changed
That's what I'm saying.
the salinity that
all the
much.
way. I know, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it did, because I only took out like 2 gallons.
Yeah, but I mean, like, by weight?
Of water.
I mean, that's got to be like 100 pounds of water.
And 2 gallons is 16 pounds.
Yeah.
You're saying this is 100 pounds of water?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 gallon is 111 pounds.
Right. So you have to add a pound of salt to go up by 1%.
Are you sure that's how it works.
Oh yeah, 1% of 100 is 1.
I wonder how long this water jug has been in front. I don't remember which one was salt and which one was fresh.
What's that? Eggs. Egg.
Cysts. Brine shrimp cysts. What do I want to do? I want to feed them. I feed them this stuff. It's called microvert something. It's in the saltwater people section. It's food for coral life. Invertebrate food for fine filter feeders. You put just enough to make the tank cloudy. And then brine shrimps have magic technique to make the water clear.
They filter feed. Like
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
Yeah. And also, like, who else filter feeds? Clam. You see my salt crusties on my light bulb?
Yeah.
Oh, Kobo baby.
Kobu sees it too.
Hi, Kobo baby. Kobo, come say hi. No, Kobo baby is a salty boy now. I put saltwater hand on him. What is he gonna drink that? Can you help me carry this? It's heavy.
That tote right there?
Yeah, I can hand it.
Is there anything in it?
Yeah, it's water.
Oh, well, is there anything in the water?
You're doing a good job. I wonder how many alive ones I soaked up. Okay, my battery is at 8%. It literally just died. I charged it just enough to come and feed them this stuff that I caught in the bottom of the tank. The bottom of the brine shrimp tank. If they like it. I don't even know if they like it. Who knows, maybe I'm just killing them because there's like a bunch of cysts in there. I think they'll be alright though. It looks like they're eating it. I'm just gonna put the rest in. I don't care. I'll do a water change on it tomorrow if it's like a catastrophic event. Oh look, there goes one of them worms. I think it's a brine fly worm. I hope somebody sees that worm. I hope you guys can see the worm. It's probably dying here soon now that it's in fresh water. Is it like a bristle worm or something? Oh, did she not like it? She kind of grabbed it, didn't she? You know, it's a worm, dummy. Oh, there you go. Guppy got it. It must not be too painful. Guppy sucked it right up. Oh my god, look at this tank. The amount of shrimp is like, what is going on, boy? Hopefully it's eating some of that hair algae. Bagheera, please, can you wait to do that? I feel like that swordtail has something weird on its lip. I can't tell if it's like just its coloration or has like a fungus. I don't know if I see any living brine shrimp, but there's so many little specks I can't tell what I'm looking at really. It's mostly like brine shrimp pieces, like their body parts and like the eggs, the cysts. Eventually all of these fish are going to be out of here and down in the fish room, and I'm just gonna leave the shrimp and the auto sinkless up here and see what happens, because every time I move shrimp down into the fish room, they die. Like every time I move the shrimp, like I put shrimp and snails in the tanks when they were outside, and I don't know if it was the secondary water, the untreated water that killed them, or they were just in shock. But like, I bought shrimp for out there and everything, and no shrimp survived the tanks outside. I must have had like 40 or 50 tanks outside. So I'm afraid, because I've had shrimp in this tank for 5 years and they breed in here, and ever since I put betta fish in here and stuff, they've been getting eaten. So I'm gonna take all the fish out and let the shrimp just kind of go for a little bit in this 75 and C. And then I'll have to separate them out and try and acclimate them a little bit at a time to the new tanks down there. It's just scary because, I don't know, I've spent so much money. Here's a little baby one, a little shrimplet, like a medium size. There's also a skeleton of auto sinkless. Okay, so is it the cory cats that are eating this plant here? Because they've ripped all the leaves off. Well, it's nighttime and my husband's in bed waiting for me, and I gotta go publish this video. I want to try and breed a mono shrimp. I'm getting a huge wholesale shipment of Celestial Pearl Danios coming in, and I think a mono shrimp are coming with them. So I'll have a couple extra to play with. I know you gotta do like brackish water or something for them, so I'm gonna mess around with them and see what I can get going for the Amanos. Definitely overfed this tank, but yeah, this is what we got. A beautiful mixture of different types of hair algae, and I'll be doing a water change, honestly probably this weekend, and getting some hair algae out and stuff. It doesn't bother me because my fish look okay. Okay, good night, you guys. Bye. You guys, I was laying in bed. I just remembered there were some tanks that Petco was gonna throw away. I was like, what? You're gonna throw them away? Like, in the dumpster? Like, right behind the Petco? Why is it so blurry? Okay. And they were like, yeah, probably not tonight because it's just me and him working. But we'll probably do it tomorrow morning, which is today, like this morning. I got my gloves. So I'm gonna go dumpster diving for these tanks. It was a 5.5 gallon, I think a 20 long. I don't know, we'll find out. And there was a third one. See what we can find. Alright, we about to pull up. I don't know which dumpster they use. So I'm gonna do like a couple laps. I'm gonna look for some cameras too. I think I did dumpster diving once before. I didn't find anything. I think I got too scared. But this time I know there's something good in there that I want. So I don't know where their dumpster would be at, because it's like all I see is business fronts, and like their business is like on an island. But there goes a dumpster right there. So I'm guessing all of the businesses use that dumpster, Let me do a little bit more laps. Okay, that's a drive-through for Del Taco. I obviously don't want to get like busted by the cops either. That's Del Taco. Ooh, wee. Okay, let's see. So there goes Petco, right? Right directly behind them is Free Shabakadu drive-through. Yeah, so there's no dumpster right there. I'm looking around. You can't see me. You can't see my face. But I'm like ducking and bobbing and weaving and trying to look. I don't see any other cars. I haven't seen any cameras on this business front. Who the freak? Gosh dang it. Excuse me, sorry. Who the freak knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is cameras. But, there goes the drive-through for something. That's like a dumpster thing. I'm gonna just park. I guess it's like mad obvious no matter what I do. So I guess I just do like a little lap. Make sure there's no cops and then do the deed and get out of here. I don't know. What if that's not the right dumpster though, you guys? I mean, I obviously don't want to park like right in the light. Like, is there another option where I don't have to carry fish tanks like 5 feet away? How about we just park right next to it? I don't know, I don't see any cameras. So, turn the lights off. Where's my button that opens the trunk? New car, who dis? Oh gosh, I'm blowing it. I'm wasting too much time. Alright, let's see what we can get. My dad always said never write down or record anything illegal. Well, I definitely found Petco's trash because it was like hamster bedding and little styrofoam boxes that the fish get shipped in and a bunch of empty bags of cat litter. Hold up, how do I get this up? And it was like dog beds, like old busted ones. So I don't know, maybe somebody came and got the tanks, maybe they didn't throw them away. I'm about to drive past the Petco, the front of the Petco right now, to see if the tanks are still sitting there on the floor, because I got in both dumpsters and crawled in both dumpsters. I don't see the tanks sitting there on the floor anymore. They were up front by the registers. Man, I don't know. You're telling me somebody got them? Maybe it just didn't look good enough. I don't know, man. I dug through them. I mean, not thoroughly. I'm sure there was one box left unturned. But it was like flattened boxes, bags of like hamster piss and poop on the little papers. I climbed in both them junks, alright? Maybe it's because I didn't have a headlamp or a flashlight or something, but I did not see a fish tank. I'm gonna have to tell my buddy that works there, like, hey, if you're gonna throw out tanks, put them like on the side or something, or hide them behind the dumpster, so that if the dumpster picks it up, they won't get smashed, they won't get taken or whatever. I should do that. I should tell them to do that. But alright, I guess I'm gonna go back home and get in bed and go to sleep. I got work tomorrow. I gotta wake up at 5:30 in the morning, and it's freaking 10:30 at night. I don't know why this old busted Jeep needs to race me right now. This old busted Jeep Liberty wants to race me, like, bro. My car might not be as fast as yours, but I'm definitely more insane. I will win this race. I will go 80 in this 35 right now. Alright, good night, you guys. Bye.